it's been a couple weeks since we've done one of these therapy session episodes, but it's good to be back into our element here on Pod on Lansdowne. We're happy you could join us for it's probably like the fifth mental breakdown episode of the season.
Of the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, right. Well, there was some optimism in there. Well, anytime we do one of these mental breakdown,
you just say there was some autism in there?
Optimism.
Okay.
No,
It was,
optimism.
there was probably also a little autism in there, though.
The tism.
Oh boy, jeez, optimism, the mism there as an opta. But anytime we have one of these sessions, we always end up saying, the Red Sox are going to end up with 105 wins. So I'm excited to see how we spin this recent shit show of Boston Red Sox baseball. But first things first, I am Scott Atchison, a.k.a. Fitz. I'm here with Franklin Morales, a.k.a. Liam. And Jake just kind of uses his name thing now just to kind of give you a snapshot of what's going on upstairs with him. Today, it's
a check-in.
It's over. It's simply, it's over, a.k.a. Jake. We're happy you could join us for another edition of Pod on Lansdowne. Jake, I'm going to steal the question you asked me off the air. I'll ask you both. Outside of baseball, how we doing, fellas? How's life treating you? We'll start with you, Liam. Right now, as it stands, unless something changes, and you have our permission to do the skibbity-bop-and-bana if something does change, but right now, your soccer team, Liverpool, they're cheeks. They're buns. Tell us more. I can't relate as an Arsenal fan, but tell us more.
They're very bad. I'm currently watching them on Peacock for some reason because NBC is cowards and doesn't want the eyeballs of national television.
That makes it so much worse having a disappointing loss.
It sucks.
Yeah,
because I'm sure I'm also like 30 seconds behind, so I'll get the notification that they lost before the final whistle. But yeah, it's 2-1 over here at Old Trafford. The midfield is disgusting. Salah is completely non-existent, and
Salah scored.
I know, but even then, like they've been trying to get the ball to him. He's hardly seen it yet this year. Nunez, of course, is suspended because he was an idiot last week. Things are just not good. Three match days into the season.
How the turntables. Again, and we said before we hit record that this is only going to make the inevitable Arsenal collapse just sting that much worse.
I mean, I'm ready to hop on the Leeds bandwagon. I don't know about you.
Marching on together. They looked great the other day. They gave Chelsea what for, and then fucking Newcastle shit in the bed when we needed them to come through. This could have been a perfect weekend for Arsenal here if Newcastle held on there, but all things considered, it's been pretty good. Any result for today between Liverpool and United would have been funny. Either one of you lose.
Yeah, because it was either United keep losing or Liverpool.
Yeah, bottles it.
Miserable. Yeah.
There. Well, I would say Granit Xhaka could go over to Liverpool there, but he's actually the best midfielder in the world, so he's not for sale. You can't have him.
I don't think I've ever heard those words uttered by an Arsenal fan until now.
It's a love-hate relationship with Granit Xhaka. I think we have. Like, he has his moments. Like a couple years ago when he was the captain and told everyone to fuck off from the stands, we were not happy. But ever since then, he's kind of turned a corner. He'll commit a dumb foul every now and again. But at the end of the day, I think people have kind of grown to appreciate him a bit more. Jake, I would ask your take on all of this, but you have...
I got nothing.
No clue.
No thoughts.
You are more than welcome to join the Arsenal train. I'm just trying to think of a pitch. You're already a Red Sox fan, and that's taken a mental toll.
Yeah.
So it's actually worse to be an Arsenal because we haven't won shit. We'll win an FA Cup every now and again, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of nice, but it's not really anything. We used to have a mascot called the Gunnersaurus. He was a big green dinosaur, but we don't have him anymore. But you can still
what?
like kind of.
They killed off Gunnersaurus.
It was he was actually a COVID casualty. To save money, I think.
Oh, that's right, because they fired the guy. Okay.
Yeah, which is bullshit. Yeah,
I remember this.
Do you guys think that there's a guy out there somewhere that? And answer with honesty. Don't answer as a joke because I think there probably is somewhere that is like a Fenway Sports Group fan. Like he chooses his fandom because
There has
like
to be.
he's a
for
Penguins, a Red Sox, and a Liverpool fan. Like those
Well,
are his teams.
his name's John Henry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Tom Werner just kind of sitting on the side like, let's go Liverpool. Let's go Liverpool.
What's
right?
what's the racing team too? Don't they have like
Fenway
Stan
Roush.
LeBron,
team,
and he
Roush.
roots for LeBron, but not the Lakers, but he like personal LeBron records and stuff.
Yeah, he just follows him wherever
Yeah.
he goes.
He's like Windhorst. He just follows him.
If John Henry buys a golf course, he's going to be that guy who roots for the course in any major golf tournament. Fenway Roush Racing. I think, I mean, NASCAR heads listening can probably tell us one way or the other. I remember they used to have.
I'm sure there's
like,
so many of them.
Carl Edwards, wasn't that a guy that used to be there? I don't know, just playing like old NASCAR video games on like PlayStation 2.
Speaking of Fenway
idea.
Sports Group, I think I'm acquiring my Winter Classic tickets this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
First of all, you got to get us onto the rink side there so we can, ask Smiley insurrection-based questions to I was gonna say Chara, but he doesn't play on the fucking team anymore. Blaze, yeah, it was Blaze. Where are you? Krejci, Bergeron, the like, things of that nature.
Blades is actually I've had this opinion for a while, but they in like when was it? I guess it was like the late aughts into the early 2010s. The Bruins, they had Blades, like he was still their mascot, but they would mark it also with like a anatomically like accurate bear, like it would just look like a bear and it would walk around. And
he did the dancing, like they had like the video of him dancing in the concourse.
That's so much better than Blades. I wish that the mascot was just the bear. It's so much
like
funnier.
Scientifically accurate.
Yeah, like it's just a bear. It doesn't look like a cartoon, or it's just a bear walking around.
No pants on, by the way, on that bear. That bear was
he's nude,
completely.
He had nothing on.
completely
just
nude. He had
fur.
nothing on. He didn't even have a jersey or any
Birthday suit before the eyes of God. There's that video of him.
They don't use him anymore.
Yeah.
Could have been a regular guy, just dressed as a bear.
There's the video of him dancing to the goal song.
Yeah.
With the old Garden Concourse signage in the background. So like
as sin, the old Garden.
But it was awesome. It was like campy. It was like the purple background with like the teal line and the gold lettering. Now it's
center.
Now it's like it's just like a gray monolith. There's nothing to it. Reject modernity. It's way nicer. And this is coming from someone who's 6'1" and just like all limb, like lanky. It's not that bad in the seating. It's tough, but if you've been to Fenway, you can deal with what's going on with the Garden there. It's a little bit of a tighter fit, but it's not the end of the world.
I'm short, so it's fine. I'm a short king, so it's fine for me. I got no qualms.
Liam, you were kind of like in the middle there.
I'm a 5'10" guy. On a
5'10", which means means in public you'll say you're 5'11" or 6 foot.
Yeah. My license says 5'10", so that's what I'm going.
Does it really? I think mine does too.
It's
not accurate. I'm not 5'10".
So if we start a basketball team, I'm kind of the stretch forward here. We gotta find someone to be a center there, but I'll be
Sophie. Sophie can be the center.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sophie.
How tall is Sophie?
She's taller than me.
You got the picture of that guy hopping into the girl's arm, like being pushed up against the fence, like your legs are wrapped around.
Gender norms in this house.
Hey, it's the new age here, man.
We're progressive. We're progressive.
The MCU.
Nice. I have not watched a lick.
Haven't seen it either.
Of She-Hulk. I'm out. I got.
Oh, I've seen a lick of She-Hulk. I've seen the women's right activist Hulk
I've seen
clip.
That clip.
Yes,
I did watch House of the Dragon last night.
Was it good?
Pretty good.
I think I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It was pretty good. No, Fitz, you don't need to convince. Game of Thrones broke my heart. It smashed it in two. It was the worst ending of all time. This is not the same creative team, and it's detached. It's not the same characters. It was pretty good. I like it.
I understand, and multiple people have told me this. I just cannot be compelled to care about Westeros anymore. I think
you will. I think though.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It could end up being great.
Did you watch it, Liam?
It was so bad, the ending.
I'm gonna watch it
Can't
tonight.
get over it.
But I knew everyone was gonna be glued to the TV last night. Everyone's a sucker. You know, it was
Oh,
like,
I've been saying it for 2 years. I was like,
everyone's gonna be tuned in.
It was an abysmal ending. They fucked up basically everything.
Jake,
but
it was so bad.
But I'm a sheep, and my ass was right on the couch at 10 o'clock last night on HBO.
I was so close
9
to
o'clock
watching it too.
and I was on my HBO Max app right when it got uploaded. I'm a sheep, and I'm not.
Did it crash for you?
No,
it crashed for a bunch of people, but hey, good for you.
No, I'm built different, so
got a bone to pick about that. But a friend of the program, John Anderson, over at WEEI, we're actually talking about this. He was like, "Oh, look, it's actually awesome, Fitz. Even though the ending was bad, like it's like, it's like you're missing out." And he texted later in our group chat. I was like, "Oh, I dunked on Fitz on EEI for having the take that he didn't want to watch the fucking show." And he did not like he tried to do a false equivalency with me, like, on it. He was like, "Oh, well," like, he compared it to Star Wars, like, just because the ending of the sequel trilogy of Star Wars was bad, like, that's a complete different thing, because we're talking about a prequel series versus a series of movies, sequel movies, which 2 of the 3 sequel movies for Star Wars, I would consider good. The last one, not so much, but 7 and 8, especially 8, Last Jedi, was good. So it's a complete false equivalency there, Johnny boy. I know that it's, that this is, a different thing we're talking about here, but I don't know. I wanted to defend my take there a little bit. I know John's probably not listening to this, but the point remains. I am out on Game of Thrones, I think.
Well, I would say Game of Thrones has, just on a percentage of all of it that exists, of all the hours of TV.
A bigger hit rate than Star Wars.
A much bigger, actually. Significantly bigger. Yeah.
I think the ending was that bad, though. I think any goodwill, like making up the gap there, Star Wars or just anything in general, the last season and a half or so, just complete fumbling of the bag.
Just ignore it and think that it's a prequel. It's a prequel to the books.
I can't ignore it. I can't compartmentalize that. I can't separate church and state there. I can't. I don't know, man.
Well, then I have nothing left to say to you.
Yeah,
CGI dragons are cool. I'll tune in.
Yeah, me and Liam. Yeah.
There's also so many shows, man. It's like you gotta watch this. You gotta watch that. There's way too much going on. I can't give time to the dragon show.
That boy, nice watcher versus
that dragon got that dog in it. Well, almost 15 minutes in. Do we want to get into baseball instead of dragons and soccer talk and hockey talk, things of that nature?
I did have one
Naked
more
Bears
on House of Dragons.
Oh yeah, fire away, Liam.
We lost Jake.
Oh no! Yeah, we did. Poor Jake.
I was gonna say that one guy. I'd wait for him to rejoin because he's gonna know who I'm talking about. That actor Matt Smith. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know him. He's Jake's back, by the way.
I lost my audio. I couldn't hear anything, but I'm good.
Okay. We're talking about Matt Smith there, the British guy, the British bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after seeing Morbius, I can't. I
never saw Morbius.
I can't get the.
You never saw Morbius, Jake? What?
I did not.
I didn't either. But
it was not Morbin time.
I'm sure you've seen the scene though, where he's like dancing.
Yeah, where he's dancing.
Shirtless.
Yeah.
I can't get that image out of my mind when I see him now, especially with that like slicked back blonde hair.
There you go. You got it.
Got it. It was a tongue twister.
He's the kind of
how long do you guys think we can go before we have to talk about the Red Sox?
Well, we could probably go a couple more minutes here because Matt Smith, I was going to say, first of all, odd-looking duck. I don't know if he's handsome or not. I can't decide. But I was like, he dated someone, right? Lily James. Yep, I looked it up there.
What?
From 2014 to 2019.
Lily James.
Yeah, she's
she's mommy.
She's special. To the Vince McMahon clip. She's special.
She's special.
As I would like to, Missy Milpena and I, whenever there's a good-looking celebrity, we give them the tag of Hubba Hubba. Lily James is Hubba Hubba, for sure. Capital H, Hubba Hubba.
She's the cartoon dog pounding on the table with his eyes. Oh!
Yeah, right, the eyes explode. Yeah. That's one of your out-of-context pictures for the week. All right, I think we have to stop beating around the bush here on a Red Sox podcast.
Do we really?
I think we do. We'll have other things to riff on at the end of the show. People are like, why the fuck are they not talking about this baseball team? We're not talking about the baseball team, the Boston Red Sox, folks, because they're in the gutter. after an encouraging start to the week, even if it was against the Pirates, the Red Sox are now 6 games back in the wild card race, a couple games below 500 after losing 2-3 to the Baltimore Orioles, one of which in front of George W. Bush, mind you. One of those games, a Sunday night game.
Another in front of me and George W. Bush. One of the same.
Yeah, it's you. It was you. It was Cheney and Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, and then it was Fantasy. That's who it was. Yeah. Who played you in Vice a couple years ago? There, did you play yourself?
Yeah,
I think it was McConaughey who actually did that. But now the Red Sox are in the dirt, fellas. It's tough to get completely worked up when it's dead. Like it's you never.
I think last night killed me. I think I think Frangie hit the home run and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna come back. Bottom of that same inning, they
immediately
shit their pants,
cough it up.
And I think that killed me. I was like, oh, that's it. It's over. The season is fucking over. That was it.
The season is bottom text.
six out with 40 to go. I'm not very good at math, but
we were saying the sun's getting low last week. The sun is in the fucking pits right now. That's how low it is.
Disappear.
It's not getting low. It is low.
Yeah. I mean, listen. So
we're past golden hour.
Yeah, right. Casey Musgraves out of here.
If today I'm at the season's over. But I mean, sure, they could go, if you go 4-2 next 6 or 5-1, then it's like you're kind of in it. But if you split,
then you're back to 4 at best. You know what I mean? Like,
I know you like if they sweep or if they win 5, then maybe we're talking. But that's it, really.
What indication has this team shown that they can sweep the Blue Jays or the Rays? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was the thought going into it. You got to go 2-3 in all these series, and you start off losing 2 or 3 against Baltimore. And I know it's on the road, but both of those losses were completely winnable fucking games. Friday was more maddening. That's kind of what killed me. Friday. And I don't know, like, maybe Saturday, like, kept me on life support going, but then, like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, anything can happen in baseball, but I don't want to keep, like, we keep saying this. We keep saying that like, there's still a little bit of time, and if they get hot, they can get it back to a couple games, and anything can happen. They're losing ground here, man. It's 6 games. Yeah,
I'm no longer saying it.
Yeah, it's like
it sucks.
You never,
what are you gonna do?
Right? It's just a long, slow. Like it's still a part. It just fucking kill me. They're gonna lose.
Yeah, what did Stats tweet last night? It was like a long suffocation or something. That is what it is. I wish they would just lose 10 in a fucking row now,
and then we could just be done with it.
Put it to bed. Fine, I'm done. You know,
take me out to the lake. Tell me how we're going to tend the rabbits in the farm, and then just put a bullet in the back of my fucking head. Just do it. Just get it over with. Get it done with. The offense again. We can. Like, what else is there to say about the fucking lack of power? What is there to say about the bad at-bats that people are putting up? What is there to say about the heart of the order not being able to consistently perform to the standard that we know that they're able to perform at? What is there to say about the bullpen? What is there to say about some starting pitching letdowns? You know, Cutter Crawford got shelled the other night. We thought that he was going to be a solid, at least an innings eater. He was ass.
Number 3.
Right?
All right.
I think that's actually exactly what we said last week, Liam. I think we said he was the number 3 guy. And he got shelled. Like,
listen, fellas, this is what I was thinking last night. And you guys know me. I am always looking for that optimism. That's who I am.
Noted optimist.
Noted optimist. But in all seriousness, like,
same guy whose display name is It's Over, by the way. Same guy.
No, I know. What are the positives of like this season as a whole? I was trying to I've got 2 for you. I've got 2 for you. And one kind of has an asterisk next to it. One is John Schreiber. But the asterisk is that his arm might be pulled pork right now, so we don't even know. They might.
He's pitching a lot, man.
Yeah, they might have killed the fucking guy.
Have you guys seen that video people always put up where it's like the guy with his barbecue?
If it don't fall off the bone, it's free.
Yeah. He's like spit on it.
that is John Schreiber's arm right now.
I mean, they gotta shut him down soon, probably, especially if we're calling it a year. Just let him.
And again, if you go 5-1 here, and here we go again with the if you get hot, you're right back in the. But it's
tell you, shut up.
Right, exactly.
Let it go. You're still holding on.
yeah, Kyler, you need to let go.
Yeah.
Jake takes off his shirt. He stands there like Kyler.
Actually, over, man.
Pause right here. I can't forget this.
Over.
Liam, could you take care of that? Could you get the shirtless Kylo picture, but then put Jake's head over it, please and thank you.
It's over, man. I can't. What? There's nothing. I got no. Oh, right, my other positive. No, actually, that might have been the only one. Wait, what was it?
For what it's worth.
I guess if Christian Arroyo can stay healthy, I'm fully prepared to give him a position next year.
Give him the Bogarts money.
That's right. Oh well, you want to get into him?
Before we do that, I just want to say for what it's worth with Schreiber, and if he looks to be a part of the bullpen next year, which I hope he is, he's at 49 innings this year on the dot. If he's going to need to be shut down now at this point, like he's never pitched more than 15 2/3 over the year. I get it. Like this is the longest he's ever gone. But if he's going to be a consistent bullpen guy, he's going to have to go more than 50 innings in a year. And maybe that comes next year. Maybe that's the next step,
when
right?
When did he come up?
2019.
No. Like this year. When did he arrive on the Red Sox?
Oh, that I'm not sure. I'd have to go back into his game
because
logs.
To be fair, it was after the season started, so he's.
It was definitely. I want to say it was at least May.
Yeah, so he's got more.
I don't think he was
on
the team in April.
Total.
Good point.
But also, he's pitching a lot like back to back and like it's not like he's getting decent rest either. Like between outings, a lot of the time.
Because there's not as many like quality options. Like
there's two.
It's Salamora here and there. Salamora outside of 4 Jersey Street, you can pitch him because he can't pitch at Fenway for whatever fucking reason. There's Whitlock, of course. There's Strom if he feels like it every now and again. And then it's like,
that's it.
It's Ryan fucking Brazier, man. Which I'll get to him in a second. I'll get to him.
I don't know. Do you guys have anything positive that came out of this year as a whole? It's really hard.
I know Devers is slumping. I know Devers is slumping, but if he can consistently put together a full year, he's one of the best offensive players in baseball. And totally worthy of an extension, I think. I know he's been.
We knew that though. That's not like fresh news, really.
But like he took like a huge step. Like he was already really good. Now he's like reaching like at least like a top 15 hitter, top 10 hitter in baseball when he's on. There's not many guys who are better than that. So to see him step, into that echelon of hitter has been a positive. Whitlock is still good. Waka was a good find.
But that's not Waka's. That's not a real silver lining because he's it's a 1-year deal.
I'm scrapping exactly. I'm scrapping the surface here, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to work it out.
Positive developments for the future of the Boston Red Sox. They're hard to come by this
year.
I mean, the
Jarren Duran got closer to the end of his contract with every passing day.
He did one more year. Yeah, free from his reign of terror.
Another brick in the wall. What were you saying, Liam?
I mean, the farm system looks good, I guess. The lower levels.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's not really like something we actively.
The major league. I meant the major league club, like guys that have been up. What a year.
At the major league level,
the Truly Terrace is nice.
It's awesome. I'm a big fan.
that's
something. The photos you had of the music hall looked great. So
it looks really good over there. Yeah.
I got a concert in September there. That's a positive development at the music hall. I'll be able to report on that.
Very nice.
Shout out to Coin if people like Coin. The 1975 is going there in November. That's a good thing.
Mars will be there too.
Bruno Mars. The bullpen is still a fun spot to go to after the game? ? It didn't get worse.
I will be a resident of the city by.
I was gonna say Liam will be by Fenway Park, but where the baseball team plays, you'll be right there.
Yeah, I'll be 20 feet away.
I don't know if that's a positive. At this point, that you poor bastard have to live near there.
Yeah.
You
Parking's
get the
going to be a nightmare
stench.
for a bad
The
team.
stench might reach your apartment.
Yeah,
But it's pretty it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I hadn't given that question any thought, Jake, and now I'm like super depressed.
Like even in 20 well no, what was I don't know.
Way to
I'm trying
fuck up the
think of,
vibes.
Like what are the last couple like lost years? You've got I hardly watched them in 2020. I can barely speak on that team, to be honest.
Oh, it was horrible. You didn't miss.
Oh, they were
anything.
terrible. Yeah.
Completely, like, at least like this moment, like this year has had like some fun moments and like it's been fun. 2020 was an utterly joyless experience.
Nothing memorable.
World falling to shit aside, like just strictly baseball. Like even
they
if
got
there
Meyer
wasn't a
out of it.
pandemic,
They got Meyer, out
yeah,
of
which
it.
is nice, right? You know what I mean? But but like
maybe we'll get a nice draft pick. I guess there's something. There's something, guys.
right?
Hold on. Where are we today? If
Probably like 14th.
oh, that's not that good.
MLB draft is such a crapshoot, anyways. Like
Yeah, but
someone will pass up
those
on the best
top
player.
picks, like the top picks, are usually, or at least lately, I feel like have been better panning out wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know, but I guess we totally will know in year's time. But
I have a couple of thoughts, if you'll allow me.
thought away, my friend.
Specific thoughts. So, the elephant in the room, I would say, is the middle of our order right now.
Yep.
Devers is in a nasty slump, but that's that'll happen. I guess
It's baseball.
I think he's probably hurt too. He doesn't look great, like running and stuff. But whatever. He's
he's come up short, like running a first like a couple times. It looked like.
I think they'll give him his bag this offseason. I genuinely in my heart do, and that'll be that. So whatever. Just don't die or anything the next month and a half, Rafi.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
Co-sign on that take.
Then after that, you've got Xander Bogaerts and you've got JD Martinez. And something that I want...
Can we... I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
What else is there to say about JD? He's cut. It is what it is. He's done.
Yeah.
He's finished. Like, in terms of, like, being a quality... Like, he's got nothing, man. No juice.
I don't know why they're continuing to even let him play. Like, what are you gaining?
And it's bad at-bats he's got, too, man. There are times where JD, God love him, and I appreciate what he's done, and the contract at the end of the day was a huge win for the Red Sox. There are times, though, where JD just looks like he checks out, man. They're just completely, like, just bad at-bats, way out in front of stuff, just chasing bad pitches. There are just times he looks like he's just not in it. And he could be, giving it all, but just looks like he's just not in it. Head's not in it, whatever it is. And I know that sounds cliche, that sounds corny, that sounds like low-hanging fruit, but it's the truth, man. Like, it's when you're not performing, when you're not at least giving quality at-bats, they're productive outs, it's hard not to notice that. I don't know how much there is to add on him. He's been a disaster since his hot streak ended a couple months ago. He's been a disaster.
I mean, 2 home runs this summer.
Yeah.
that is so crazy.
For a guy who's
hearing it out loud is like, what?
I mean, it's September next
What does he weigh?
week.
Like 200?
He's got 9 home runs.
50 pounds? I mean, come on, man.
It's ridiculous.
Power's gone.
And then as for Xander, against you, like, I'm losing my patience there too, because he's had some horrible. The one last night, Sunday night, when there was that breaking ball lown away, and he went out and chased a guy in front of it. It was a pop out to first. That was ridiculous. And I understand it's one at bat in a vacuum. It's not the end of the world. But again, I think it's indicative of a bigger issue. Is he hurt? Is that a thing?
For his sake, I hope he's hurt.
I hope he is. I hope he is too.
I am praying he's hurt. Because
in a vacuum, again, out of context, that sounds Xander hurt. Yeah, but no, I know what you mean.
If he's not hurt, his fucking career is like.
You could explain it away if he's hurt, right? You know, but
like
he's gonna opt in.
Yeah, he hit that home run last night, Liam. You tweeted he's a garbage time merchant.
He is.
Like, of course, your one hit is like it just doesn't. But
it was a fucking bomb too. Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, it was. At least it was nice to see to have it come back up. But my God, like that doesn't excuse the month and a half of of bad baseball. You know what I mean?
I
It doesn't.
guys.
Friday night when he got tossed, team looked better without him.
They did. They were mashing with that. It's no coincidence him and JD were not in the lineup that night. And they scored 10 runs. I'm not kidding.
Horrible ejection, by the way. Xander Bogaerts basically said, like, come on, man. And then said, you're out of here. The guy who's been ejected once in his career got tossed like that. That was a bad ejection.
I texted you guys this, and I don't know if this makes sense or what, but when Xander Bogaerts lately, when he swings the bat, it looks like he's not holding the bat that tight. Like, it looks like his hands are he's kind of like loosely holding it, and he just kind of throws the bat at the like. There's no like that home run last night was, I'm not kidding, the first time I've in a month
Hardest
been like,
to see
oh,
the
he
ball
really
in.
swung the bat there, which is not something you should think about a baseball player one time a month. You normally,
Yeah, I feel like the contact has been soft.
you like
all
yeah,
year.
no, that's what I mean. Like, dude, you're a big dude, you know?
Like, him
you
and
gotta hit the ball with some force, my guy.
him and JD with their singles up the middle every time. It's not like they're like line drives up the middle. They're always like choppers.
Yeah, no.
To your point there, Liam, 42nd percentile hard hit percentage according to Savant, 34th percentile average exit velo. Nice voice crack there, Fitz. But
that man wants $30 million a year. You want $30 million a year with those numbers?
To go offside of like to get outside of the offensive side of thing. To his credit, he's gotten way better defensively. Even and I always thought he was a pretty solid defender, which is nice. But again, for the most part, his bread and butter has been his offense, and it hasn't been there over the last however many weeks. It's very disheartening to see. And
The funniest possible outcome to all of this
has to be
funniest possible outcome, funnier than an opt-in, would be him tanking his value, coming back to the Red Sox for pennies on the dollar, and then being good again next year. Like, he really was just hurt. Or so, that'd be so funny. Like, he goes back to hitting 25 bombs next year, and it's like, oh, all right. Like,
he's a John Henry sleeper agent.
I don't know. Maybe he is seriously hurt, and they just aren't talking. I don't know. What happened? You know?
Well,
He did. He said he was hurt. There was the thing this morning. When he ran into Verdugo and he landed on his back, or his wrist,
right.
his wrist. Which sure, you know, but so this is another thing that bothers me is like lately, the last month for sure. I don't know about before that, but like playing through this is worse than just going on the IL. Like, it's like a detriment to the team.
Just get healthy.
Yeah, get healthy. You're not helping anybody. You're batting what, like fucking 200 in the last month or something.
Yeah, there's a reason we haven't seen Trevor Story in however many weeks,
yeah,
right?
I guess because Story's out, then he's thinking like, well, you know, whoever replaces me wouldn't, you know, because Arroyo has to play one of. But I don't know, man. I mean, what are you doing? What is this for? You know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Would you consider that your don't fuck with of the week there, Jake?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know my don't fuck with of the week. I already teased it, but
I guess. Yeah, it's just, you know, if JD and Xander both are gone after this year, it's such a sad note like to go.
Yeah,
and I don't.
What a way to go.
I mean, you know, Xander's got 2 rings with us. JD has the 1, and he had an MVP caliber. Like, I'm taking nothing away from their careers as a whole, but it's like they're going out like Stan Chera, man. I mean,
yeah, a bit of a stale fart.
they are going out so sad, and it's, I don't know. I mean, what can you do? But it sucks. It's genuinely depressing.
I saw a tweet last night from someone who we all know. I won't name names, but they had said, like, wow, people have really turned on Xander so quick after like years of, you know,
yeah,
a great memory of the team. I'm like, it's not. It doesn't take anything away from what he's done in the past. I'm just saying, like,
and I think he can get back to being a great hitter, especially if
he's only 30,
right?
But it's like, I mean, we can be critical at the same time. while still being thankful. We can do both at the same time. We can have more than two opinions.
It's a horrible stretch, but he's still a smart hitter. He's still he's shot a fair enough of walks. Like he's always got a good eye. He's gonna be like the fact that this is cliche too. It's brought up all the time, but the fact that over the course of his career, all things considered, he's been a very good two-strike hitter. That doesn't just go away magically. It's the more I say it out loud, I'm just going to convince myself that it is an injury thing, and I hope he gets healthy from that. If he gets back to being right, he's going to be whoever he ends up with, whether it's the Red Sox or someone else. They're going to get a damn good hitter. But right now, you're kidding yourself if you're just going to cover your eyes and block your ears, like not listening. He's been great in the past, which he has, and I'll always love Xander Bogaerts, but he's been ass the last month and a half. It is what it is, right? Yeah. You're right, Liam. You can be critical about it.
No, so I've got
people. Everybody's like, oh, like they're babying him. Well, there are plenty of people that are babying him. Like I'm not saying he's Nomar or David Ortiz, but he's become a guy that we can rely on to help.
I would say he
offense.
is Nomar. Functionally, he's the face of this team.
Sure,
for the last decade-ish now.
Effectively, your captain.
Yeah, since Mookie left. I choose to just say he left. I don't need to give the details.
He went to the farm upstate.
Yeah, he died for my sake.
Mookie, I have to go now. My planet needs me. Mookie down on his way back to his home planet.
He's been the face, and it's I'd like some accountability. I mean, that's why I kind of like that he did say he was injured just last night, because it's
it was more of a reason to be okay.
I don't mind when guys say they're hurt. I'm a big people always excuses. That is a reason why somebody would be doing
right,
poorly.
and respect.
It's okay to say that.
And I know we just said at the end of the day, it's a net negative for the team if they are that hurt and playing through. But I will respect any guy for still trying to suit up and still benefit the team. Right? I'll still give him Pedroia, prime example. People are giving Pedroia shit towards the end. At least he tried to lace him up and give it a go. It didn't work, but I'll still respect him for that. I love Pedroia for many reasons, that being one of them. So same goes for Xander, if that is the case.
Yeah. Do you guys think that there is a chance, an outside chance, that he is playing himself in to get to the Red Sox giving him he's playing
on purpose?
No. He's playing poorly that the Red Sox are maybe we can get him for cheap.
He's a Boris guy, right?
Yeah.
Nah, he's gonna get him. He's still gonna get high offers. I don't think that this stretch, as horrible as it's been, I don't think that's gonna really tank his value all that much on the open market. I know that there are other shortstops out there who may end up getting bigger offers. See Trey Turner, see Carlos Correa, but I still think he's gonna get a hefty offer, whoever it's from, whether it's from the Red Sox or any other team that might be in the market for a shortstop. Even with this bad stretch.
Okay.
It would be funny to kind of think he's purposely he's being this bad. Again,
really bad.
John Henry sleeper agent. You're gonna go 0 for 100. You're gonna get banged up, and then you're gonna sign a sweetheart deal, and then we'll be right back to getting onto the duck boats every other year.
And then I saw a thing where another tweet, similar kind of thing, where people were like, "Oh, I think this contract season's really weighing on him." He's 30 years old. He's 30
He's a grown man.
He's a grown-ass man, dude. I mean, that's fine. What, nobody's ever had a contract year before? What? What? Come on.
He's doing the reverse judge.
Yeah, the anti-judge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going insane reading these takes about Xander. Sports ultimately, now, again, you guys were saying, you can acknowledge great things a player has done, but and this has a negative connotation, this expression, what have you done for me lately? But that kind of is how professional sports works. If you're not doing good things lately, that's what mattered. That is
especially
now.
in a contract year,
Yeah,
right,
like,
wrong,
that
or
is
indifferent,
this.
right?
That's today. What are you doing for me today?
Good, bad, or indifferent. That's just the reality that we live in. And again,
You know?
you can disagree with the general idea, the premise of that all you want, but that is how these teams operate. So,
And what has Xander done for me lately? Not much, frankly. I mean,
frankly, not too much. Anyways, so
anyway, it just kind of bums me out.
yeah,
Just
you know who really bums me out? Like, really bummed. It's actually a feeling beyond bumming me out. It's a feeling of pure just disdain. My don't fuck with of the week, Ryan Brazier.
Oh,
Get that guy.
I can't even muster
Out.
up a real hatred.
Oh, I can.
Yeah,
Get him out of here. I am done. I've been done. I'm really, really done now. People are like, oh, it's actually been pretty good the last couple months. He'll do this cute little thing.
That one inning in Pittsburgh was insane.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's crazy. Who is this guy?
The greatest pitcher I've ever seen.
Yeah, what do you?
Struck out the side there. 3 Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, Brazier's back. Very next outing, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Right when the team came charging back in a gotta-have series on the road, right? Like the team, I was like, this fucking sucks. Cutter's getting shelled. The Orioles having their way with us, and then we come charging back, and then immediately cough it up because Ryan Brazier stinks. The guy's got no dog in him. No dog. That boy is not nice.
I actually think that's a real problem with this roster as a whole. Like, unironically, I think
No dog.
There's no dog.
There's zero
the deadline
dog in
did help it a little bit. I think Pham has dog.
Fam's got plenty of dog in him.
Sexual predator jokes aside, Reese has some dog in him. The dude, I like his game. But I mean, how many guys on this team do you think have that dog in them? Let's go. You want to go through? Not many.
Verdugo, Pham,
Yep.
Kike.
I do think at the end of the day, Bogarts has that dog in him.
I do not right now.
I saw earlier today.
He's an injured dog. His paw's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? It's like he's kind of licking his wounds a little bit. But that dog stays in him. He'll go get his X-ray. He's got that dog.
Quite frankly, I disagree.
The playoff stats are not inspiring for Bogarts.
Whitlock has that dog in him.
I saw him on Twitter today.
Schreiber.
Whitlock has the dog in him.
Schreiber
would have the dog in him
pork.
if they gave the guy a fucking week off.
Yeah. Starter. I don't know if any of the current starters.
Nate's got the dog in him when he's healthy.
Pavetta's got that dog in him.
Nah, Pavetta was pretty fucking bad for like a month and a half.
He does. You could be bad and have that dog in you.
No, you can't. No. You cannot be actually bad and have that dog in you.
Well, no, you can have that dog, but you can't say that boy nice.
Okay.
Not to steal the True Wither show bit, but it's like an X and Y axis, like dog, no dog, that boy nice in minimal bag.
Do we think Nate's cooked?
I don't think Nate's cooked.
No, I just think he's hurt. It's been just a shit year.
He's got, man.
You think they give him a deal?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? I know. Well, Fitz, I wouldn't either, but have you looked at the free agent starting pitching market?
It's ugly.
It's ugly.
Not idea. Who's a free agent? Let's take a look.
Yeah. Pull up the list. I mean, it's grim.
Pitchers.
I don't know what the plan is. The rotation. I mean, they're banking hard on the youngins next year. I think. You can't. I mean, it's bad.
I typed it in wrong, and the first name that popped up was Max Scherzer. I was like, so there you go. That bad pitcher, but it was for this past offseason.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. All positions, starting pitcher. This is according to Spotrac. Might be some options in there too. So depending on if a player opts in or not. Arenado has a player option this upcoming.
Okay, well, he plays third base, so.
I'm just saying, it's interesting. Fuck off. First name David Price because he's making $32 million this year.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Bring him home.
He's got the dog in him as far as
DeGrom, Verlander, and Rodon have player options. Syndergaard, unrestricted.
No, not interested.
Chuck Morton has a club option.
Well,
Waino, Evaldi, Kershaw, Greinke, Aaron Nola has a club option, but they'll exercise that for $16 million. Are you kidding me? They'll absolutely. Sonny Gray,
easy.
club. Severino, club. Sean Manaea, Kyle Gibson, oh boy. Mike Minor.
I take Manaea.
No, he's been bad as of late. I would not want Sean Manaea. Yeah, no thank you, please.
Okay.
No thank you, please.
Okay.
Chris Bassett, Andrew Heaney. I would take a flyer on Heaney.
What's he up to?
Keen dog.
Where is
He's over at the Dodgers. He's actually, whenever he's been on the mound for the Dodgers, he's been like he's been banged up here and there through the year. But anytime he's taken the mound, he's been pretty good.
That's the last thing we need.
Tyler Anderson, also with the Dodgers, also has been pretty good whenever he takes the mound. Kluber, Odorizzi has a player option. Taijuan Walker, player option. Wade Miley, Waka, Michael Lorenzen, Tyon, Clevenger.
Yes, well, the point. Oh,
Clevenger.
yeah. Mm-hmm. No, wait. Who am I?
Zach Eflin, Michael Pineda. Can I interest you in one Michael Pineda? Matt Boyd, Drew Smiley, Johnny Cueto, Martin Perez.
Drew Smiley would be funny. We could have Smiley.
Yeah.
We could meet each
Easy
other.
there. That'd be good for content.
I mean, Johnny Cueto's certainly playing himself into some money.
Yeah, Cueto's been pitching well.
We need to get younger, fellas.
We do. No, I don't know, and I agree. I'm just thinking, like, you got to fill out that rotation somehow.
I know we need to get younger, but have you thought of Anibal Sanchez, Jake?
Former, an old friend.
That's right.
Old friend.
Yep. On second thought, maybe on a sweetheart deal for Nate. Maybe that doesn't sound that bad.
It's not great.
Oh, boy. Oh, man, we're just in the dirt in general. All in the dirt, man. Do we have any fuckwits for this week? I mean, we kind of did it, like, year in review to this point.
Verdugo and Arroyo, I'd say.
That's all I got.
It is, for a while this year, I was like, oh, is Verdugo, is he, a starting outfielder? Like, on a good team? But I think he is. It
goes back and forth, you know what I mean? There are times where Verdugo, there you go. Like, if he can keep that up, then we got a really good, solid player on our hands.
Well,
and then there are times where he's maddening.
Up. He's like 50 points the last
nice.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
And Arroyo, the dude can hit. If you could figure out
where barrel out,
let him play every day, it's like that. Or fuck it, let him DH next year. I don't care. Let him DH now. Who gives a shit anymore? Okay, tomorrow night, what would your guys' ideal starting lineup be? Tomorrow night. You're making the lineup.
At the end of the day, Xander does still, all things considered. I keep saying all things considered like it's NPR, but say buzz. The Family Guy bet the dogs crawling at the door. Xander still gets on base at a good clip. I would probably go Kike, Xander, Devers, and then it's like, oh boy, it's. I guess Arroyo at 4.
Yeah.
Just because he has some juice, man.
Yeah.
Verdugo 5. JD 6.
You're keeping JD in your ideal lineup.
I guess I'm just kind of just rattling off, man. Like, no, honestly, 5 and on, it's such an abyss.
You can call Cassis up in this scenario.
Okay, I can call Cassis up?
Yes. Tomorrow is the day, fellas.
Designated hitter number 72. Or not, he wouldn't be 72, but you catch my drift. Tristan Casas. Yeah, I guess I would put him there, just something in the middle of the order for some power. And then however you want to divvy up, Hosmer at first for the defense, Pham, and McGuire. Literally, fielder's choice. Take your pick there. That's it. The lineup is a fucking mess. Is what I'm trying to say.
But listen. I think if Story is hurt, is Story done for the year? Do we know? Like what? What's going on there?
I don't know.
Like I keep seeing him in uniform.
Let him get healthy. I don't really give a shit. But I texted you guys this. It's a good thing Hosmer's was free because he stinks kind of.
Yeah, what I'm fucking with is we don't pay a dime basically.
I mean, yeah, so ultimately it's like whatever. Like we're literally paying him league minimum, but he's pretty bad. But at least he can play defense, I guess, which is a plus on anybody else.
Yeah, we can't complain too much about Hosmer being bad at the plate, which he has been. Considering that for 4 months we had guys that simply did not know how to catch a baseball playing first base. So Beggars can't be choosers in that in that regard.
Anyway.
Been a while since we had an awkward pause like that. We went a couple episodes without that.
The whole team is an awkward pause. I would really like Cassis and Wong up tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, some people, a couple of writers were saying like they got a chance, but it's like, see if I don't know.
At some point, you got to see what you got.
Like, yeah, you're not. I mean, you're done, guys. You know. But
yeah.
it's not even like oh, you got to see what you got. It's like your first baseman and DH and one of your catchers, they stink. So it's like, what do you wait? What's the? It's not like they're blocked or anything, and it's like, oh, it's a tough decision we got to make here. It's not
Kevin Plawecki, man.
It is Kevin Plawecki's OPS. It starts with 4. 4.
It's bad.
That's not a hard decision. Connor Wong is hitting everything in Worcester. Give him a shot, you know?
Yeah, at some point, again, you're going to have to see what you got out of the return for Mookered Abernathy Betts at some point. For Marcus Lynn Betts. And him being a part of that, again, like, fair to him or not, it's got to be sink or swim time at some point. So, I don't know, man. It's just disheartening with the Blue Jays and the Rays coming in. Again, this is... It's not for lack of opportunities for this team that they're getting their shots to climb back into the race, and they're blowing it. They're completely blowing
Doing nothing with it.
Friday completely screwed the pooch twice over. Sunday, that winnable game, couldn't take advantage of that. I know that the Orioles are a good team, but if you wanted to be in this hunt at some point, you're going to have to beat up on teams not named the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know.
Well, let me. I'm not going to slander the Orioles, but I don't think they're a clear-cut better roster than. I think they have a billion.
They have our number.
They have a billion times more dog in them for sure. They seem to actually care about the game they're playing. But like this whole weekend, I was like, "Oh, we really should probably be ahead of this team. Like, we really just suck." I was like, "We really are just playing like ass." Like, none of their starters like blew my balls off. I was like, we could have hit all the guys, and we did.
I would hope they didn't blow your balls off. That'd be tough.
It's just what a bust this whole year. Really, I don't know. Nothing. Like I said, there's been almost no positives. Very few.
Long, slow race to the grave for this team.
All right. How about this lineup? I've been trying to.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You've been in the lab over there.
I've been cooking.
He's got the document. Is Trevor Story healthy in this scenario?
No.
Okay.
He's got the documents right here to prove it, folks.
If he was, then I'd have a much better lineup. The fact that I think the biggest issue for the team right now is the fact that JD's not hitting for power. It fucks up the entire.
JD's not hitting. Period.
He's not hitting anything.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right on the first 3 words. You could have ended it right there.
Yeah.
It just messes up the entire recipe. But so all right. So Pham, Devers, Bogarts, Verdugo, Arroyo, Hosmer, Kike, JDM, McGuire.
Martinez 8. It makes sense. It's just so staggering to hear out loud.
I know. I would move Bogarts down too, but I don't think that would fly.
Do you not think
it would never happen?
I think they're getting close to calling Cassis up. I really do. It's like what I mean.
Fucking hope so, dude.
Especially with the rookie thing, it doesn't matter after tomorrow. Let him play a month and a half or a month and change.
Get his feet wet. Let him get 100, 150 ABs, right?
First baseman on April 1st next year,
Or he needs a little bit more seasoning down in Worcester before he comes up full time before Memorial Day or something like that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Same idea.
Give him a test run. Give him a test run.
Yeah. Give him the keys a little bit. Let him ride around the block. His mom or dad sits passenger seat side. Make sure he doesn't crash the car, and then see how he does. Yeah. Hopefully, get to see him this weekend. I'm going Friday, so I would like to see him.
If he gets called up, I'll go to his first start. I think.
There you go.
But
maybe it will be Friday.
Yeah, maybe.
And then
I don't know
maybe
why
I'll
they'd
see
wait
their
at this
coward.
point. That's kind of my thing with it. Like, why? Once you're cool with the rookie thing expiring, or not, or you know what I mean? Like
That deadline
he'll still
pass.
be- he'll-
Yeah.
he'll still be a rookie next year. Why even wait until Wednesday? Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Is the rookie eligibility thing different? Because I always thought it was you have to pass a certain threshold of at-bats.
I always thought it was too. I think they may have changed
That's
it
a-
in
For the CBA, maybe? Yeah.
Maybe.
I did not look this up before the show. That just came up to me right now. So don't
I
expect
don't
an
know
answer
what's
from me
different
one way or
about
the
it.
other.
I don't know what's
I
different.
mean, maybe
about
they're
it.
not even. I mean, maybe they're not even basing it on like that date. Maybe they're just like mathematically.
Maybe it's just like days on an
impossible to
active
get.
roster now.
Mm.
It
Could
might
be.
not be.
Keep talking. I'll try to find the answer to that.
Yeah. What else? I don't have a
I
lot
got
to
it.
say.
A player shall be considered a rookie unless he has exceeded any of the following thresholds in a previous season or seasons: 130 ABs or 50 innings pitched in the majors, 45 total days on an active major league roster during the championship season, excluding time on the injured list. So there you have it. And that is how we get the term.
All right. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So I guess I hope he's up this week. Sure.
I don't know how much I have to add.
I'll
on the
be
Red
I'll be
Sox.
honest. I mean, I took JDM and Bogarts out of this lineup and plugged in Story and Cassis. It's still not inspiring. I'm sorry.
You got a little bit more juice there with
it's-
Story and
it's-
Casas being in there.
Pham, Devers, Story, Verdugo, or oh no, I got Story in here twice. Fuck.
If
damn
Bogarts
it.
walks, do you just let Arroyo play short next year?
I wouldn't.
You would not.
I wouldn't.
Well, what would you do? I mean, what's the alternative?
I would sign a shortstop.
Well,
my
I mean,
money.
yeah, I would simply sign one of the top 4 shortstops too. but-
Paul D. Young. Paul D. Young.
I feel like you got to bring somebody in to play short, though. I think if you were just to roll with Arroyo at short,
Story's got the range. It's just the whole thing with him is the arm.
it's the arm. Yeah, that's the problem.
It's a long throw, man.
I think the defense suffers.
They're kind of
thi-
fucked, huh? Like every
Yeah,
every
I
time I'm
don't-
like really, I get really deep into like the next year. It's like, oh man, what do they do?
They
You
got.
know,
I
where do-
mean, I think
I
they'll
mean,
look
I've
very
said
different
this.
on opening day next year.
yeah, I mean, I've said this before. They have 3 guys under contract of the starting 9 next year. 3.
Might be a
Oh no,
completely
maybe
different looking team.
wait, it might be 4 now because they traded Vaz and got McGuire. Yeah, okay, so it's 4. It's Verdugo, Devers, Story, and
Point remains.
and McGuire. Yeah, I mean,
You
not
know?
that's like, yeah. I mean, Durant is so bad. I do think they'll probably re-sign Kike. We've said it before, but it's like, especially he looks like pretty okay since
Yeah,
coming
he
back.
looks.
Like,
I mean, he looks.
he
very
looks fine.
healthy
I
to
mean,
me.
he has the most RBIs on the team, I think, since he got back. Not that RBIs is like a be all end all, but at least he does something. It's more than some other guys can say. And he's good vibes, and I think Cora and him are besties. You know, they got that Puerto Rico.
They are
thing going
pals.
on. And I mean, unless you get Nimmo, I don't think anybody would be a clear cut upgrade. That's a free agent. I mean, Aaron Judge.
Judge and Correa.
Yeah.
That joint
but
press conference is going to go
as
crazy.
far as like available outfielders, I think that's kind of it. That I'd be fully 100% confident being like, yeah, that guy's better than a full season of Kike. I mean, Kike was worth 4.1 WAR last year. That's like
yeah, he
that's
was
like,
really good.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's like a solid.
Yeah.
It's like
The
almost
offense
an
was there.
all-star, you
Good,
know?
good
That's a
defense,
good,
right?
damn good
You know?
player.
Yeah.
So I'd bring him back, and I think that gives you like a lot of stability. Like center field, just knowing you have a guy that can field balls out there is
They'll actually run after it if he doesn't
it's
catch
like
it.
a real
Yeah.
relief when you're building out the rest of your roster because it's like but when he was hurt, it was such a like a dark cloud over everyone's head. It was like, oh god, a ball, any ball hit out.
Yeah,
of the
you have
center
no idea what's
is up
going
in
on.
the air. You don't know. Like it's not.
I don't trust any of the
So-
outfielders.
So funny that everyone just, no matter what, just would come to back up Durant. It could be easy pop out,
Yeah,
and you
that's
got
what
Ruff Snyder hauling ass over
Like
there to make sure.
A pop fly. Durant doesn't have to take a step. Verdugo and Pham are feet away from him when the ball hits his glove. So I mean, I love Kike. I do hope he's back. But then even then, it's like you're not. I don't know. Nobody else that's a free agent, I don't think is. I think they're probably letting every free agent they have walk, other than Kike, right?
Well, no chance they offer anything to JD at this point.
No, I don't know.
Good chance I let Nate walk, and then, again, I said
I don't let Nate walk. I feel like when he's healthy,
I think they will, but at the end of the day, I still going through that exercise of going through the free agent pictures did make me take pause to what I originally said. I would want to walk that back a little bit, but
if he would take a 2-year deal, I'd give that to him. Like,
it's got to be
I don't want to get.
It's got to be a sweetheart deal, man. Because
an old Nathan Eovaldi.
Well, we'll see what happens over the next month. Maybe
I'm not throwing him a big bag, but
if he can give him something, if he can get the velo back up, even if the results aren't totally there, if he could at least get the velocity back up, I could feel confident saying, okay, short-term deal, 2-year deal, like you just said. I'd be more comfortable with that. I'm really scared about his velocity, though. It's been considerably down ever since he came back off the IL. So, I mean, I guess we'll see where that goes.
I mean, hey, maybe you get freaky, you sign Kike, and you go after Nimmo. You do your outfield's Verdugo, Kike, Nimmo. That's not bad.
And I know we said it before, I'll say it again, though. Nimmo being on this team would be hilarious. I'm really great for content.
Yeah. I actually because Stats tweeted the free agent outfielders ranked by WAR top 10. It's Judge, bad. It's Judge and Nimmo with 7.4 and 3.5 respectively, and then you have Jerkson Profar with 2.6.
No thanks on Jerkson Profar.
Benny with 2.1, and then it's Michael Brantley, David Peralta, Jock, Kiermaier, Pham, and Gamble all have under 1.5. So it's I'm all set, really, on all of those.
Yeah.
Except Nimmo. I actually, here, I don't know, Nimmo.
He gets on base.
I mean, if it's not Nimmo, they got to trade for an outfielder, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, he looks great last week.
Yeah, his Red Sox audition.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Trout's going to love Back Bay, man. He's going to love Mike's Pastries.
Do you think they'll try and get a catcher or just roll with Wong and
I think they just roll with him.
Yeah, I think they'll roll.
Yeah, I think you've got bigger fish to fry. Let that. That's fine for catching. You don't need a lot out of there.
Him and Reese
McGuire has been really solid for them.
He has. His arm is good behind the plate. But yeah, he's better than I thought he was going to be.
He's really cranking out expectations for us so far.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Paxton's pitching for us next year.
Oh, boy. God, we're in the gutter.
He'll take Nate's spot.
Hopefully he's back healthy. I was optimistic. Hopefully they'll be able to see him eat some innings towards the end of the year. Not going to happen this year. It doesn't sound like so.
I did say to you guys that one. I texted this a while ago, but I guess it's kind of gotten more serious. But one silver lining that they suck this year might be they actually do have to go and spend money this offseason. Say what you will, but I mean, the ownership group doesn't want to lose. They don't want to suck ass. They're not.
Are you entirely sure? If it means that they still make money, are you entirely sure that they don't want to lose?
But that's what I mean. I think 2 bad years in a row, that is when people get disillusioned.
Sure.
14, 15, the end of 15, there was people weren't going to games.
People didn't
there was
care.
empty seats at Fenway. It was real.
Yeah, there's an expectation.
One bad year, you can always say shit went wrong. Guys got hurt, and
things did go wrong this year.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna.
Some their fault, some not their fault, right?
Yeah. But if they suck next year, then that's a problem for. So I think maybe they will let let Heim cook a little bit. Maybe. What was he cooking this year, guys? What was he cooking? We don't know.
I think they saw what happened last year, and they just kind of tried to run it back, which like.
Well, I probably would have run it back with Renfro, but sure.
Yeah, that part I don't understand.
Well, they'll run it back next year with Benelis. How about that?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there was no reason to believe like
this. Yeah, I don't know.
they'd be worse this year than last year. I mean, but also, I mean, they didn't really outside of COVID. It's not like they dealt with injuries last year.
Yeah.
Outside of Sale.
No, they got last year was amazing. I don't remember any real injuries last year, right? Do you?
I'm just trying to
Do you guys
think back.
No, I mean, like there was like the
was Kike hurt for a hot second? Maybe there was something in like that, like early August. Like, remember when they were complete dog water for a month?
Point being,
Yeah.
well, that was COVID.
That was COVID.
Oh,
too.
okay. Well, that was there. You go. So I
Point
stand
being,
corrected.
like this year, I could point to every guy on the roster. I think every starter has been on the
It was like
IL.
dealt with.
No,
Probably
A lot of the main guys, yeah.
yeah, or except Dahlbeck. Maybe,
Has Verdugo?
Get out of here.
Hey, there she is.
But on top of the injuries thing, like even in the minor leagues, guys getting hurt affected this team because Cassis probably is up by like mid-June, if he doesn't
100%.
Bust his ankle up. And that's like, not that would have saved the season, but that's a starting position that you were getting like a 200 batting average.
It's a major injury, right?
You never know what could happen. Like
you got to work your way back up from that. So I mean, it adds however much more time to the clock. So, do we still have time to convince ourselves that we're going to end up with 95 wins? Or
no,
I don't.
Not this time.
Liam tweeted it last night, but I think we are out of time.
We are. I think we're out of time. 6 with 40 to go. I don't see it.
6 weeks or so, right? You got to make up a game a week. Daunting. Now watch their 2 games back by the time we record.
That's the thing. Now
we
that
did
we're
not
like,
talk about George Bush actually at the game last night. How could we forget?
How could we be? Him saying, I tweeted it. I couldn't wait to like rip the actual clip of it, like the legit clip. I had to record it. The clip of Dahlbeck falling down 0-2 and W saying, "Come on, Bobby," and then he just completely whips at a curveball for strike 3, and then W immediately goes,
Bobby.
"What position is Bobby Dahlbeck?" I'll put the audio in for that right here. But what a clip that was! I hooting and hollering there as he's talking about W's talking about how much he loves having a nice glizzy during the ball game.
Listen, we rarely get political on this pod.
Never, not once.
We almost never discuss politics. It is naive to act like Bush is not a funny guy. I mean,
he is funny.
It's Trump. It's what do we do? What do we talk about with Trump all the time? It's fucking hilarious.
He's a funny dude.
Did you guys see the clip?
The dude knows how to run a room. I mean, he come on. Listen to him talk about the old. What was he talking about yesterday? Like,
well, I used to be the owner of the Rangers.
The dude just wanted to chill and own the Rangers and watch baseball, and his family made him get into politics. It's very clear. You could
his family made him name the new Axis of Evil.
Yeah.
How about that haunting statue?
What in the world was that statue?
Jake got 4 internship interviews today.
Okay.
Oh, look at you! Hell yeah, dude! Congratulations.
Can you dox the companies?
No.
Well, Sophie, way to ruin the riff because we're talking about hog politics here, but that is good news to hear. But what was it? It was him, Walter Johnson,
Yeah, Jackie Robinson.
and then Jackie Robinson. What the hell?
So bizarre.
It was Walter John. No, it wasn't Walter Johnson.
Or was it Cy Young? It was an older
Cy
pitcher.
Young.
Okay, well, okay. All right, Cy Young, W, and fucking Jackie Robinson. What the hell?
Yeah, that's going in the out of context.
We should go to Williams. Have you guys ever been to Williamsport?
I have not.
No.
My buddy has, but I have not.
Let's go next year. Why not?
We should.
All the games are free.
I know. You just
really?
sit on the berm out there.
100% free. It's a small little complex. My friend who's gone there is like, yeah, it's the middle of nowhere, and it's a small complex. But he said it's a good time. Cora going down there on the slide on the hill there. That was fun. You know what? I fuck with that. That made me smile. Then they lost a couple hours later, but that's not the point.
Thoughts on Cora? Some people are starting to turn on him.
I'm still with him, but he definitely has his moments where I'm like, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
I think he's
like
sucked
him.
this year. I think he's had a terrible year.
So I'm kind of I'm middle-manning it here, but I think like it would be hard to succeed with that pen. Like I can't fault him for being like. It is so off. There's two guys he can trust.
At some point, you got to trust the players to actually go out and perform well. But there are some decisions he makes where you kind of scratch your head. There's some lineup builds you're like, are we sure about that? Like, are we sure about this kind of deal?
I just think collectively,
he's
from
really
top to
loyal
bottom.
to his guys, to a fault.
I was going to say almost to a fault at times, yeah.
But
I still fuck with him, and I still think he's the right man for the job, and I hope he's the manager for years to come. But he does have his moments where he's not perfect. It is what it is.
There's not like a plethora of guys I'd rather have than like as far as MLB managers go.
Yeah,
you're not going to do much better. There have been moments this year where I was like, AC, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. He's definitely had better years. Not even just saying like end results, just in terms of managerial decisions.
Yeah, there was some people saying like, he like that first. Obviously, they are the best Red Sox team in the history of the Red Sox. His first year, and people were like, I think people got tricked into him being a good manager that year. But I think last year disproves that entirely.
Yeah, and even then in 18, the decision to stick more with pitchers out of the bullpen, like working with that after the bullpen towards the end of the regular season in 18 was awful. So for him to trust guys like,
but also to be fair, for somehow, some way, when the calendar turned to October, they just figured it out. Like the guys that were already Barnes and Kelly, just they simply decided.
Joe Kelly turned into a monster.
Yeah, Kelly, guys.
Trusting Porcello out of the bullpen, game one against the Yankees, like that was a great move. That ended up working out really well. Not putting in Drew Pomeranz in the World Series worked out really well.
I've never seen a guy go. Kelly I think he had like a 7 ERA in September or something, and then we get to the playoffs. He's mowing down the Dodgers, like he's striking out the side. I've never seen anything like it. It was magical. That was
turned it on.
He was special.
He was special.
He was special. I miss him. I really do miss him. What a great. Ugh. Oh God! Now I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna get emotional about 2018.
We're gonna start reminiscing about 2018.
I think he's a free agent at the end of this year, isn't he?
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Bring him back. Whatever.
Bullpen's thin as is.
Yeah, dude. Like, what could you do to make it worse? Like,
bring them all back. Kimbrel.
I'll sit on that one.
Kimbrel sucks. I know he's off.
I'm good on that one. I hated Kimbrel on the Red Sox, so I'm fine.
No, I was always a Kimbrel defender.
I was a huge Kimbrel guy.
Also, by the way, I think we can officially. And I know hindsight's 2020, and this is like my girlfriend lives in Canada. You don't know her kind of a take, but 100% the right move to sign Evaldi over Kimbrel after 2018. People were like, why did you read that Kimbrel? Evaldi just.
Was that the thing?
Yeah, I remember.
People, because he never actually blew a save in the 2018 playoffs. People neglect that he was terrible. But it was just like he was
giving you a heart attack the entire time.
He made every game he came into
way more difficult than it had to be.
Yeah, like he would be up 3, he'd give up 2 doubles and a walk, and then he'd have it was. I mean,
it was game 4 against New York.
You know what he was?
4 against Houston.
Every Astros game. No, game 2 against Houston, he was bad too. I was there. He gave up 2 doubles and a walk, and then he had to.
That game was still close until he came in, right?
It was 4-2, I think. Yeah.
He was like the 2011 Patriots defense, like just bend don't break. Let them get to the goal line, then hold.
Well, if Benny doesn't make that catch, it's his ass. I mean, that was he did.
Do or die.
Yeah, I was not.
His ass would be in the jackpot there.
Yeah.
You gotta give us a shot.
Those were the days, huh?
They were the days. Remember when times are good? Yeah, to W. back to Georgie.
Did you guys see the clip of him in the clubhouse last night?
I did not.
I didn't see it until today on MLB Network, but apparently he like went through the Red Sox clubhouse and was like shaking guys' hands. And Tommy Pham and Arroyo are like standing next to each other. And when George came up to him, Tommy Pham's like, "Hey, like he didn't vote for you." And W's like, "Hey, that's okay." Arroyo's like, "I was like
Based.
5 years old." and George literally he like nut taps Tommy Pham.
Dudes rock. That is dudes rocking right there.
W 100% does that all the time. Like,
Oh,
just-
yeah.
but it's-
Oh,
hey,
it's
sack!
so good.
Hey, I got you, Sackwick.
I saw a tweet this morning where it was a picture from it must have been like the late 80s, I guess, or early 90s, but it was Albert Bell talking to Fidel Castro.
Oh yeah.
And then it was one of the Orioles last night talking with Bush, and it just said, "Inside you there are two wolves."
Do you think Durant like jumped up like right into W's arms?
Oh, I tweeted this. He had to have been beside himself. He didn't.
I'm
play
sure he
last
thought it was
night.
awesome.
Like
He would have put on a show.
Yeah, he would have hit for the cycle. He would have maybe caught a couple fly balls.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, he had to, I can't even imagine how devastated he was. Good. I'm glad he was sad.
That's a poor managerial decision by Cora.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you're right.
You know what? That's actually a good tweet for the pod account there. Jaron Duran, if he was able to play in front of W, and it's Barry Bonds at Yankee Stadium.
I think I saw someone.
It's a long drive.
Into the upper deck.
New Jersey.
Oh man.
So what are our predictions for the week ahead? What do you guys
Dog
think?
shit. That's what my prediction is. Mate. It's
0-6.
pain.
2-4. 2-4.
No, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go 500 because that'll piss me off just enough where like they'll drop like two winnable games.
500 that's the season's over if you go 500. Like that's not good enough to even keep them in the race. You gain no ground.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen. Like it's a long, slow death for this team. So they'll go 3-3 with two of those losses being like they really should have had that. They could have gone 5-1. We're gonna have the same conversation next week.
If they go 6-0, is the season back on?
100%.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm all the way back.
If they even go 5-1,
Because
we're totally back.
Okay. All right. I agree.
I'll be
They won't,
completely
but I
back
agree.
in if they're 500 by September 1st. I'm still in. I hate
They're
to say it.
500 by. So what do you have? 8
Yeah.
days? You can't. All right.
You know, this is my
gotta get two
promise.
over.
This is my promise. I'm looking straight into the camera here. And if this comes to pass, Liam, or whoever, clip this. I'm looking right into the camera. If the Red Sox go 6-0 by the time we record next, shirtless episode for me next time.
Oh my god.
Shirt off. One fly.
My God.
Not pantsless. That.
Are we? Will
nobody
that
would know.
lead to starting the Pot on Lansdowne OnlyFans, or will that be a different? Will that be a different?
That's what you call. That's what you call a soft
That's a
tease.
tease.
There.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
tease right there.
Soft launching.
Soft tease.
it's anything but soft
People
tease.
don't want
buddy.
that. They want a hard tease.
No, yeah, we'll test the waters there, but Sox have to go 6-0. So if they go 6-0, no shirt.
5-1, maybe you can flash nip. You think?
Yeah, I could do it like a little like yoga
little
pants, like kind of, you know what I mean? Like I'll kind of like do a little turn, like there, you know what I mean? Like you can't see it right now, bad audio, bad radio experience there. But yeah, a little something for everybody if they go 5-1, 6-0. All bets are off there, and then we're letting them fly, baby.
That'll be the Kylo Ren special edition episode.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of shirtless references on this show.
When we record together, the first together, we'll all be shirtless. That'll be what we'll do.
It's Speedos. Be as risque as
Be in,
possible.
like a hot room. We'll just sweat together.
Can we get like waterproof mics? Like do it in a sauna
yeah,
or something like that?
We just have towels.
Yep.
That'd be crazy. We should do that.
Yeah, free balling.
Yeah, might as well.
And I'm free. I'm free balling.
All right. Well, does that about do it?
I was gonna say I don't have anything else.
No, yeah.
What do you guys got coming up for the week?
You guys see that girl getting the blowjob up in Oakland?
All right, that's Jake. That's Liam. I'm Fitz.
No, it's baseball related. She was at an
I know.
A's game.
Oh, I know.
Blowjob in the
She was
upper
at
deck.
the O.co.
Yeah, the
Coliseum.
O.co. Ricky Henderson Field.
Buddy,
O.co or whatever.
Buddy, it was O. it was O. All right.
Crazy.
I'll tell you that much.
That's so crazy. I wonder if it really was a blowjob. Like,
Up,
remember
skibbity
that-
bop bop Liam.
Give it about that.
The Dodgers have announced that Max Muncy has gotten an extension.
Oh.
His club option for next season at $13.5 million was guaranteed, and now he has a club option for 2024 at $10 million plus incentives.
That's a great
good
deal
for
for
him.
him. That's a damn good deal for
He's
him.
kind of been bad, like all things considered, but he's been better the last like 2 or 3. I said all things considered again. God damn it. Like
things
last 2 or 3 weeks, he's been better, but he's been coming back from that injury he suffered like late last year. So, but no, when he's on, he's a really good player. Very good at getting on base, some good pop. So,
Torres?
Dodger's gonna Dodger. But yeah, she was giving out that mouth there.
All right. All right.
What do you mean, all right? You brought it up.
Well, yeah, but I didn't say it like that. You sick animal.
The Oakland Throat Goats. All right, that's Jake. That's Liam. I'm Fitz.
More like Throatland.
Oh
Yeah, that'll work.
no! The Throatland AOs. Go Sox, go AOs.
Oh.
And don't go Game of Thrones show on HBO.
No, that's not true.